Mark?
Still to come on Arizona Nightly News, all signs point to the U.S. being on the verge of major military action in Syria. One of America's leading experts on what's happening in that country lives here in Arizona, Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, on whether military action is the right course. Next. President Obama says American investigators have come to the conclusion that the Syrian government did carry out chemical weapon attacks against civilians last week. This comes as the White House admits that it's planning a possible military response. And tonight, there are conflicting reports out there on when a possible U.S. strike against Syria could happen. NBC News, for example, is reporting that a strike could begin as early as tomorrow and involve 3 days of missile strikes. The Washington Post says the bombing would be no more than 2 days and long-range bombers could possibly join the missiles. And CNN is reporting that any military action would need to happen before the president travels to Russia next week. All of those news outlets quote an administration official. So what happens if we do get involved in Syria, and is it the right course of action to intervene in another country's civil war? Joining us tonight is Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, the president of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy, and also the author of A Battle for the Soul of Islam. Dr. Jasser's parents fled Syria in the 1960s. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Mark. It's nice to be with you.
Good to see you again. Some speculate whether the images of the dead from gas attacks are real. Do you believe that President Assad used nerve gas on his own people? And what do you think the response should be?
There's absolutely been no doubt that he did, not only on this attack, which was the largest attack of over 300 killed, 3,000 dead. We know this for a fact because the injured didn't have blast injuries. It was at 3 in the morning. Women and children were dead because their windows happened to be open. And there were other attacks in March, proven twice. Starting back in December, we knew that there were attacks. They've been ramping it up, Mark, because they want to test the world's will. And Syria has become a proxy state of Iran. Make no mistake, this isn't just about a Syrian civil war. While our families and loved ones are fearing for their lives and don't know if they should sleep with the windows open or closed in Damascus and Aleppo, the civil war just in the past few days has been ramped up on the ground, Mark, because they know that if the American bombs come, the war will be shortened unless they can put an end to it quickly. That's what the use of chemical weapons was all about.
Zuhdi, it seems likely we will strike against Assad. What will the response be from Syria and its allies following the attack?
Well, you know, a government that will use chemical weapons against its own people will use it against us, against Israelis, against anyone. This is why I'm very concerned at the telegraphing of the administration of what we're going to do. Having 11 years in the military, I've never seen this much chatter about submarines and other things. And then secondly, we have to deal a decisive blow. We have to knock out their entire infrastructure, the military leadership, because that's when their mid-level officers and the younger ones will scatter and not stay on because they think Assad will stay on. Knock out their runways, knock out their installations, and make this a decisive blow so that the rebels can win and Syria can move on to a better scenario of the last 29 months, which is trying to figure out what comes after Assad.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second, because I put this question on Facebook today, and many people are saying, look, while we feel horrible that people died from what appears to be a nerve gas attack, it's not our fight. We have to stay out of this. We can't be the world police. What do you say to those people?
Well, the reason my family came to this country was America has always been the world's last hope. And if you want freedom in the Middle East, if we want to see our friends succeed and not our enemies like Iran or Russia or other Islamist entities, for them to have a chance, Assad needs to leave. As long as Assad is there, you're going to see flourishing Hezbollah. You're going to see the enemies of America, of Israel flourish, and they're going to be unhinged in an environment where America's word means nothing. And that's what our society is all about. We should mean what we say and do what we say. So, you know, I'm a little concerned that this is much more than just a civil war. This is a regional conflict that it's in our interest to protect and help them move in the right direction at this very critical tipping point.
Let me move ahead because we're running out of time, but another big story you've been very vocal on had some finality today. A military jury handing down the death penalty for Nidal Hasan, the Fort Hood shooter. Your thoughts on him getting the death penalty?
Well, my prayers are with the families of the 13 that were killed and over 30 that were injured. In my book, I talk about how his bio is frighteningly similar to mine, Mark. And at the end of the day, as an American Muslim, I I set aside my Hippocratic oath, and I wish I could be one of the ones to deliver that death penalty to him, because this is a time in which we should focus on the fact that we have put him to justice, and hopefully we can win the bigger war that he was connected to globally against radical Islam.
Dr. Zuhdi Jasser with us. Thanks for your insight, Zuhdi.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back with sports and weather. Don't go away.